Here lately on TikTok, I've been seeing a lot of videos where people have been talking about ascension symptoms. You know, the Schumann is the graphs, the light that we see coming down, like really understanding about the Schumann. And it has been so incredible to see how so many people are talking about these ascension symptoms that we are having as we see that the earth is splitting. And not so much that the earth is splitting, like, yes, there's earthquakes, there's tsunamis, there's volcanoes. Not talking about in that way. I'm talking about in the consciousness community. So I want to share some of these videos that I was watching, and I thought that they made so much sense.
So I am outside. I was led to come out and to share what I experienced with my latest ascension. Divine Mother is wanting to piggyback on a portion of what Lisa I Am God Frequency was sharing in her latest Antarctica video about the things you're perceiving and what really happens when you are going through ascension. So the things that you are perceiving and what really happens is when you are awakening, literally, when you're ascending, thank you for the horns, when you are ascending and you are awakening, you literally start to see and feel the other aspects of your mental structures, the energy, the form that took place for you to be that person when you were living and existing in that paradigm, in that frequency. So as you are ascending and you are awakening to this new frequency, you literally start to detach from the old energy, the old frequency, and you can start to stand back from it in your mental space and see it. And it can be very frightening. It can be very scary because it literally feels like, if you have ever seen Spider-Man, if you've ever seen Spider-Man with Venom, and how that energy was on him, and he had to hit the bell for that energy to fall off of him or to shake and be broken off of him. That is what it is like when you are ascending and when your frequency is ascending. The old energies no longer fit, they no longer match, and they have to be vibrated off of you. So when you see that, it can be very, very scary because you literally feel like a part of you is coming apart, is falling off, it's being ripped off of you. So you start to receive it and it becomes very, very intense. And if you aren't grounding enough, it will scare the shit out of you. It will. You'll start to hear things like you're about to blow your chakras out. Everything is starting to expand at such a rapid rate. But it didn't happen rapidly. It's literally you hitting the threshold of that next frequency. You're now able to blend into it. But it does dismantle the previous exoskeleton, the previous perception you had of yourself. Literally, you see it. And it can be very scary. It can be very, very frightening. It can send some people, if they're not around the right people, they'll think they're having a psychosis breakdown, things like that, because it's triggering and it's happening in your animalistic nature is trying to clamor and hang on when you really need to release, but at the same time breathe and expand. So you have to breathe in and expand the energy, right? Literally. Like, so when you see us doing things like this, is because we're expanding with the energy so that it's not overpowering. So as you are ascending, as you are waking up, as you are coming into contact with the abilities you have, and you're able to start to integrate, to move through all of those frequencies, you're going to experience some shit you've never seen before. It's not like the movies. It's not. It's in real life. I'm in this physical vessel, and this big ass energy is my energy, and it's coming in to meld with me. So that old shit literally has to come off. Thank you again for the horn. It has to come off. It has to fall away, and the bell, the frequency, has to shake so that the new body, the new form of you can take place. So that is what I'm getting. That is what we wanted to share. Peace. Love y'all.
All right, so let's get this straight. There's flooding in Texas, New Mexico, and North Carolina. The ocean's currents has reversed. There was a volcano that erupted in Indonesia. I believe some other volcanoes as well. Oh, yes. And now scientists are saying that for the next few months, Earth is going to be spinning faster, meaning we're going to have shorter days. What?
Hashtag none at all. So I just want this to reach the same people that's going through a quantum leap right now. Are you guys doing okay? I really, because I'm going through one myself. And it's almost like a limbo phase. It's just like a, what the fuck is happening? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a push-pull effect of me trusting the divine, but also me leaving what I just thought was like sufficing, you know what I'm saying? Like me leaving like, oh, this is not no longer helping me no more. But this is helping me spiritually, so I know my reality is going to eventually match my spiritual level. And it's just like me being in the middle of that shit is like, bro, fuck. Like, and it's like I'm choosing this path, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying fuck that path, but it's like I'm choosing this path. And it's just like, you feel me? Like, the spiritual evolution and growth of a human being needs to be studied, and there needs to be more information on it, because quantum leaping is literally something that you just can't only talk about if you've never been through it or if you're not going through it. Like, you really just have to go through it in order to understand what the fuck it is like. And I really wish that you could like break this shit down and make it so simple, but it's not simple at all.
In the middle of a once-in-a-lifetime celestial alignment, and most people have no idea. That's why I'm here. This is the Syrian Gateway Portal, and it's changing reality itself. This isn't just an astrological event. Earth and the Sun are aligned with the Sirius star system, which happens to be my home constellation, my home star system. And this alignment is awakening long suppressed codes within our DNA. If you have been feeling emotional, electric, ungrounded, or even euphoric, it's because your higher self is literally merging with your physical body in real time. This portal is cosmically ionized, which basically just means electrically charged up by the universe. This electrically charged energy makes it ideal to plant the seeds of manifestation, as well as planting intentions that can quantum leap timelines. But first, you must stay grounded to receive this full frequency. Today, I just wanted to tap in with you guys to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves, staying grounded, hydrated, and well rested. Make sure you're nourishing yourself with high vibrational foods, whatever that looks like for you. Drinking lots of water, coconut water, electrolytes are even better. Stay away from energy vampires. And stay grounded within your own energy, within the energy of Mother Gaia, Mother Earth. The Sirius star system is currently sitting right behind the Sun, shooting pure energy at us, okay? And this energy is going to be guiding the collective to integrate all aspects of their higher self, as well as the full spectrum of your identities, meaning whatever lifetimes or incarnations your soul has held. They're all coming back. And you need to make room and make sure that you can take it and integrate it. People will be dealing heavily with themes of death and rebirth, heavy time distortion, feeling like reality just isn't real, or just feeling deja vu, or like things are just surreal, I guess. This is all very normal. In fact, in past times, in ancient times, the Sirius Gateway Portal was associated with that of Kundalini awakenings on the planet. So it doesn't even matter if you're not from Sirius like I am, like if that's not your home star system. The energy that we're receiving from Sirius right now are not just awakening the bloodlines of our people, of our starseeds, but of all different types of bloodlines and starseeds from all throughout the galaxy. So if you are a starseed, expect to have some past life integration coming in hot. And this is okay. This is, again, just a part of the ascension process. We are shifting into higher dimensions of consciousness, and this is a part of it. You need to remember all of you, all the pieces of you that were distorted across timelines of trauma and pain and fear and survival. I'm going to go deeper into this tomorrow, but today we're just going to focus on a few simple things to get you started working with the energies of this gateway portal. First, you're going to want to make sure that your energy is cleansed. And you can do this easily. You can just do a salt bath. And I kind of do salt bath showers. And when that's where you just get a mason jar and just put Himalayan salt. I like cinnamon, parsley, whatever herbs resonate with you. And you just want to cleanse your energy. And after that energy is cleansed, make sure you connect with Mother Gaia. Go ahead and ground right now as much as you possibly can. The energies of the planet and the etheric grid are alive again in ways that we have never experienced in this collective timeline that we're currently in right now. And it would be crazy not to take advantage of this, because the upgrades that we are receiving through this portal, these energies are literally helping us to be catapulted into our highest timelines, okay? These energies can be very powerful when used properly. And during this time specifically, the things that you choose to water within your life will grow at an unprecedented speed, okay? I'm talking overnight. So tap into this power, cleanse your energy, ground your energy, and make the best of it. And you know we gotta come back tomorrow so we can go deeper and deeper and deeper.
It might be me, man, because I be going through a whole bunch of ups and downs when it comes to the feelings in my body, but has anyone out there not been able to eat, like, for these past couple of days? Like, honestly, I normally don't eat nothing but one meal a day, but it's gotten to the point to where I don't eat anything. I have to, like, remind myself to eat, like, and I don't eat until, like, maybe, like, 9 o'clock at night. As far as body aches and ascension pains and things like that, I haven't been feeling none of that. But, yeah, like, I've just been not hungry. I have no appetite. I don't crave any type of cravings, but I have energy, and I sleep at night, but I only sleep like 4 hours a night. So even that is changing. Like, but anybody out there feel this way? Oh, and on top of that, it's been raining for damn 3 days straight. God damn it. Can't tell me something ain't going on. It was just sunny as fuck. Damn it.
There's a lot to cover. Yep, there's a lot to cover in this little video, okay? Let me see. Can I get a good view here? Alright, let's go out here to the end of the talk. So, behind me, you have Mount Tamalpais, Mount Tam. And then you have San Francisco Bay. Okay, so here we are. We're in this little 360-degree view here. Check this out. So, what's going down? Alright, we have the story to tell you. I'm gonna sit down in the chair right here. I hope that this serves us really well, okay? Alright, so we're about grid patternings. All the grid workers, call to council, grid workers. All of you out there and whom consider yourselves grid workers and know what's going on, alright, this is for you. All of you who are not grid workers and you have no idea what's going on, here's tune in. And also for those of you who may be grid workers but don't know it, then here's where you get to tune in, okay? So, there's a grid here right now. See, this, for example, is a sacred flower of life pattern. That's a grid. That's a pattern. It's a fractal pattern, and it infinitely repeats itself in recursion, infinitely inwards and outwards, just what it is. It's according to the 6-sided molecular structure, depending on how you flip it and exchange it. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's a grid. The Earth also is a part of a grid. It's a gigantic dodecahedron, a cosahedron, fitting inside, outside, outside, inside in this toroidal flow, okay? It's connected to the sun and the moon and the stars in the sky and all of the different planets. Everything is connected in this gigantic web. So, for sake of conversation in a gigantic long video, the ley lines right now and the dragon lines are two different things. And the dragon lines of the Earth currently at this moment, we're in the full moon here in July, the dragon lines have shifted and are shifting right now. There's been earthquake swarms all over the place going on, and big time, thousands of them right now in Japan on one part, and then thousands now have moved. That earthquake swarm has moved to the other side of Japan, and it's moving. Okay, so what does that have to do with anything? Well, the awakening dragon is awakening. So what's happening underneath the earth when you have a dragon, there's two dragon lines, okay? There's the male and the female, there's the yin and the yang, okay? Those dragon lines that are under the earth, flowing energies that then cross and move, just like the energy kundalini that comes in and out of our entire spine, right? It doesn't always flow up and down our spine directly. What happens is that sometimes it starts to go different directions through our spine, and that's what's happening with the Earth's dragon lines right now. Is it's no longer going through the places it used to go through, like Lake Titicaca, Uluru, Mount Shasta. There's these different places. If you look at it, there's a different grid. That grid is now shifting. The Earth has been waking up. The different solar flares and the coronal mass ejections, coupling with the different planetary alignments that haven't happened in a long time. All of that's coming together right now in this gigantic, beautiful play in this formula for this evolution and this ascension process, if you will, for the planet and its beings. For we've been in thousands of years now in this dissonant frequency of what we call 440 hertz, where we're now moving on to the 432 hertz factor 9 grid pattern matrix of harmony and how everything fits together in a perfect, beautiful, amazing place. So how we can deal with this is if things are shifting outwardly on the planet and you're a part of the planet, that means you're shifting too. So things in your life that may not make sense anymore, things that are falling away, if you're interested in actually making your life a better place and going with the changes, then you just want to let those things fall away because it's no longer serving the new you that's birthing itself right now. So last year, being in the Chinese medicine, the year of the snake, dragon, those dragon lines shifted because this year we're no longer there. It's the year of the snake, where we're shedding our skin, we're shedding old beliefs and ideas, how to do things, old civilizations and buildings that no longer work, old ideas of what money is and constructs of what food is and how it is that we can either live in fear, scarcity, and lack, or we can live in harmony and divine cooperation and leave competition into the old world. So with cooperation, there's a divine pattern and a process of how it all fits together perfectly. And if we actually just allow ourselves to attune to that place in the field where we exist already, which is why we came here, which is what we're doing here, then those dragon lines, that kundalini life force energy that's flowing to us and through us always in a joyful, amazing, beautiful way, happens to be shifting right now, and it's okay. Let it shift. Don't hold on to the old things. It's the year of the snake, meaning shed that skin that old processes, and don't pick it up after you shed that skin and become more. Don't pick that skin back up and put it in your pocket and walk away with it and try to put it back on later. It's not necessary. So when that life force kundalini energy is flowing to you and through you from up and underneath the earth, Mount Shasta, where I've been for multiple years, holding the grid pattern there, spiraling out with all the rest of the grid workers and holding harmonistic ceremonies and drums and songs and playing and doing a lot of magical work there. This year I was instructed to not go back over there and to hang out over here in Sausalito, California, which is right outside of San Francisco in the Bay Area. And I'm in the floating homes district, which is what you see behind me with all of those floating homes. So all these artists, musicians, poets, all of these dreamers, all of these magical people back in the day came here and inhabited this place called the Last Free Ride. Of course, there was a bunch of bad vibes, drug addicts, and dumbass shit that happened too. So those were the split of energies. And then right now, the inhabitants of those inhabitants are all here, and I was called here. And so when I ask, why am I here? And then I watched yesterday how the sun is emitting all this crazy energy. The Schumann resonances of the planet are spiking and going off the charts. So when in February they had the Kumbh Mela, the Maha Kumbh Mela in India in the Ganges River, 400 million people had a silent prayer, not in their minds, but in their soul. 400 million people gathered on the Ganges rivers in the Maha Kumbh Mela, And at that moment in time, across the whole planet, it was felt, this surge, this global exhale of energy, of coherence that happened, that bypassed the intellect, went straight to the heart, and was felt by the earth. And that recalibrated the earth's electromagnetic frequencies, which then sent a pulse back out to the sun, which opened up that stargate, Anu, A-N-U, the heart of the sun, which is the same thing that's in your heart. It's the 5 spins inside, 7 spins outside. It's the spiraling loop of how it is that that torus flow pumps that blood in and out of your body effortlessly and joyfully and gracefully all of the time. It's not just blood pumping through your body, it's frequencies. Those frequencies are the rhythms, those biorhythms, those HRV, heart rate variability, all those rhythms with your breath coupling in it creates a coherent field, and then that high gamma gets reached, and instantly and infinitely we can actually reach everywhere in existence simultaneously and back in no time whatsoever, because we bypass what time is. And so in this time that we're in, where we have linear thinking, and we're in 2025 in July, around the 10th of the month, we have linear thinking, correct? Okay, well, in linear thinking, there's boxes and squares, and you go from here to there, and it takes this long to do this, and here's mathematics to devise what happens. You know, in quantum time, it's already happened, and you can tune to that place in the field that it has happened. Allow yourself through resonant energy to be able to just resonate with that energy, and then instantly you become what it is that you were seeking, instead of continuously seeking for something in the future that's never going to come, because the future never comes, because it's always in the future. Now is present, it's always now, and you're up, and you can become now present here in this grid. So the grid has changed, the frequencies have changed, your heart rate variability has changed, your brainwave activity has changed, and you should not be trying to fight it and hold on and cling to the old ways that things were. And don't hold on to the side of the river of life where it's attempting to flow you where you need to be going joyfully and gracefully and effortlessly. But if you hold on to that little stick that's on the side of the river as all these rocks and boulders and everything are tumbling down after you, eventually you're just getting beat up so much that eventually, after being beat up by all that, you know, you're gonna have to let go of that stick anyways and let the river take you to where it is you're going. So either you can fight it your whole life, guys, girls, people, beings, aliens, whatever you are, or you can actually surrender, submit, and obey to your highest counsel right now. Not me, not a government, not a policeman, not money, not anything outside of yourself, but your divine self already knows. Just allow yourself to move all of those things out of the way that are stopping you from remembering what that truly is. And this is an upload and a download from the Galactic Council of the almighty source of all that is, that encoded itself in patterns and formulas and different codes within this hologram, that you cannot, from inside of the hologram, change the hologram. You absolutely have to go outside of the hologram, outside of the simulation, back to your divine connection with that source energy, and from there you make adjustments, and then it trickles back down into physical reality where we are now. So if you're attempting to do something like manifest some impossible things here in physical linear perspective reality, it's never going to happen from, you can't get there from here. So what you have to do is tune into your place in the field by breathing, holding some crystal or some gems or something that's a coherent vibration that holds it all of the time, and you hold on to it and you give thanks. So if you're a grid worker, pick up your grid tools, and as soon as you become that tuning fork, as soon as you tune yourself as the tuning fork, so here we got a tuning fork. So I'm gonna hit this tuning fork and give us a little tune up. When I become, when you become, we become attuned and resonant and coherent, then all of a sudden we are the tuning fork, and we're tuning up our reality. And if you're on a grid point, what you're doing is you're tuning up the grid point by you being there and getting coherent in that place and becoming one with that place and starting to resonate with that place. And when you do, that coherent frequency then sets a pulse. That pulse then ripples, like that pulse of 400 million people in the Ganges River. That pulse was sent out. That frequency code was felt by the whole planet and solar system, which changed our entire scope of how it could have gone if we didn't do that. That shows that a lot of people are on the right path, doing the right things, and they're in alignment with the divine assignment. And no matter what the news says and the bad vibe police out there and the fear mongers say, it's actually a beautiful, amazing, epic world, and it's unlimited. We're unlimited. We can do anything, including live forever if you want to. So embrace the now. Give thanks to whatever grid point you're on right now, because when you're on those grid points, you're sending out the call to all of those other places within the entire grid that aren't on the points. So everything in between ripples and feels that divine energy, that chi, that kundalini, that life force, that mana, prana, that ahomatakuyase, to all my relations, interwoven, interconnected, spiraling and dancing and weaving themselves into this divine tapestry of existence that we're all a part of. And if you like and you want and you're into it, I can teach you more about what the dragon lines are and feng shui, how the grid goes, what about geomancy, how to resonate your entire sacred space with biogeometry. I'm available for some frequency upgrades and some galactic tune-ups and some sacred geometry lectures. I got you on some life coaching. I also got you on some emotional freedom technique coaching, and I do guided tours. I hold retreats. I make epic art if you want to pick something up for yourself. If you're interested in learning more about how to connect to the grid and become a grid worker, if it sounds interesting to you to travel the Earth's energy vortice points and tune in with resonant, coherent vibrations and allow that energy to you and through you, and then translate it either in architecture, through biological architecture, or creations, or music, or dance, or poetry, or singing, or dancing, or playing, or however you want to translate that infinite intelligence to you and through you as you, because you're it too. I'm it, we're it, you're all it, we're all it. Ha, can't get away from it. So you might as well know how it all works. So start with the beginning. It's all inside of you. All the answers are already there. Unlock that box you're sitting on. Allow yourself to see what's inside. And if you don't know what some of those tools are inside,
Now you know. Those were just a few of the videos that stuck out to me. Go back, type it in your search bar, see what resonates with you. My name is Queen Zoya Counts. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. If you stayed to the end, please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time.